If I was to choose one word that would describe being 5 years on Stony Brook campus at Island Soul by Jamaican Cafe, it would definitely be representation. We represent an entire culture that brings diverse food options to everybody on campus, but before we arrived, there wasn't any food that relate directly to the black culture on campus. So representation would be the word. And like it's so like we're grateful is another word that squeeze in there. I know it says one, but for all the people who fought to bring us on campus, like there's CSO, FSA, then people like Duran, Jarvis, the student body. There was people who literally directly helped us, like Jamie and Courtney, Brittany. And I can sit here and name names all day. There was just a strong community around bringing us on campus. So the word that I would definitely choose would be representation, because of those organizations and people that put forward that effort to bring us on campus. We are the representation of that hard work that they went through to make something like Island Soul by Jamaican Cafe exist. So representation would be my word. If I'm to think back or even come up with the most impactful experience on campus, would definitely be the level of intensity and hard work that went into making sure that Island Soul by Jamaican Cafe continued over the years. We've been on campus 5 years now, and in the beginning, there was a lot of figuring out, and me and Tesfa went through a lot to make it happen. So, if I am to think of the most impactful experience, it has to be the beginning. In the beginning, me and Tesfa was working 19 hours a day for 8 weeks straight alone. People, literally, the building managers and everybody thought that we slept there because we were the last to leave and the first to come in. So they literally came to us and like, guys, are you guys sleeping behind the counter? And we weren't. We just went home and got 4 hours worth of sleep and then came back to make sure that Island Soul by Jamaican Cafe continued in the great standard. So, that definitely impacted me greatly. We both had the work ethic to see it through, and here we are 5 years later, still providing quality service and food. If I am to think what Island Soul by Jamaican Cafe means, it's definitely community. Um, as before, we represent a community on campus, but it spread beyond that, because the experience that you get of having that food option on campus, there is so much love and support from the community. We've been there for 5 years, so we have seen a lot of generation pass through Stony Brook University. So the community that exists every year just keep pouring love in us, both old and new. Everybody who comes and get exposed to Island Soul by Jamaican Cafe continue that love, and we definitely see that over the years. So, it's definitely the community, the love and support that we receive from the community is the most impactful thing that just means the most to us at Island Soul. So, yeah. Some of the most important lessons that I have learned from starting a company from the ground up is definitely spotting opportunities, um, seeing problems and coming up with solutions. Quick story. As I stated before, there wasn't a lot of diverse food options on campus before Island Soul. So, for the community, that is. So, that was a problem. A lot of people at the organization, a lot of people who wanted those home cooked meals style on campus, that was a problem for them. And being a student myself at the time, I also had that same problem. So I saw the problem, I saw the opportunity, and I then created the solution from thin air. And it really took on. People enjoyed that something existed for them. So, the greatest lessons is definitely the opportunity, the problem solving, the solution creation, But after all of that, it's going to be the hard work and discipline that it's going to take to continue that thing that you've created. So those are the best lessons that I've learned from this experience, and it's just, it's just been great.